Welcome back to Different by Default. This is episode 10. Y'all gotta clap or nothing.
No, there's too many mics in there. I'm not gonna clap.
How y'all doing out there? Okay.
I was like, we can do it on this side.
Super delete.
How y'all doing out there? My name's Kyrell. I'll be your host today. I got Njumbu with me. I got Ted in the corner over there. And welcome back, Kay. Like, welcome back, bro. Your little 6 game hiatus. How you doing? How you feeling today, bro?
I'm feeling heavenly, brother. I'm feeling like I'm ready to start this. Let's go.
Yeah, we ain't see you since like 5, bro. How you doing?
I don't want to talk about it. Yo, back from hiatus.
All right, but as I can see, I'm missing my co-host today. I'm missing Urbane. You know, he had to do.
One returns, another one leaves.
Hopefully, everybody will be here next episode. But Urbane had to do some business moves behind the scene for Different by Default. But besides that, we have 2 very special guests with us today. We have, you say the name because I don't want to butcher your name.
We can just say the name.
It's the
MillENNIHER Podcast.
MillENNIHER. So like millennials, but a female perspective. So MillENNIHER.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, yep. I'm Arielle, and
I'm
my
Shirlz.
partner Shirlz.
Hey y'all.
My cousin.
Yeah.
By the way.
Hey cuz.
But okay, so do
Thanks
you want
for
to?
having us.
No problem. Do you guys want to tell anyone about yourselves before we start?
Like our personal lives? Or the
Shirlz, about the pod.
About both.
Go ahead, sis.
so
Tell us about MillENNIHER.
So, like I said, the MillENNIHER Podcast, it caters to millennials. That was like our target audience. And we are 2 Black, hardworking millennial women, and we share a lot of
Perspectives
on a lot of things when it comes to social justice, mental health,
parenting.
Ari's a mom.
Entertainment.
I'm single. We talk about dating, and our podcast is.
I'm single.
I am single, but our podcast it caters to any millennial who wants to be an entrepreneur, who wants to be a boss. So we shed gems, tips on how to level up in life. We like to call ourselves, our slogan, the audio blueprint for like-minded bosses on the rise. We currently have 3 seasons. We just came back with part 2 of our season 3, so we have 2 episodes out right now.
So that's 30 plus episodes on all streaming platforms. We're actually launched on YouTube. We've been featured in Madame Noir. We've attended New York Fashion Week. We've done a lot of great things. And we're just, what sets us apart from other podcasts is because we're not just hearing perspectives, but we're actually informing you with people who are skilled in whichever topic that we're talking about, whether that's a therapist, a politician. We are actually giving you those people, so you're not just hearing it from us and taking it as word. And then we're also giving you, like Shirlz said, those takeaway tips so that you can share it and pass it on with your friends.
Well, that's a wonderful way to introduce yourself.
It was the whole resume.
Yeah.
They said they personalized. Said, "All right, we're gonna produce our podcast." Okay.
I mean, that's how I started. And with that going, how did you start your podcast?
So it started because I used to be a part of a podcast I'm a big hip hop fan. So I was in a podcast that catered towards mental health and hip hop. And Ari was starting her own podcast. And
which was more along the lines of social justice, entertainment,
motherhood, and everything. And I ended up parting ways with that podcast. But Ari would always reach out for me just to talk about her vision. She would ask advice. I would give her the resources I know. And then we just decided, like, hey, we share a lot. We have a lot of things in common. So let's collab and create a podcast. So then from day one, she showed me her ideas and everything, and we just started working.
Literally.
And Ari also works in the entertainment business, so that was like a major plus. And also, like, since we said that we cater towards social justice, mental health, that's like my background in my area. So it's like the best of both worlds.
Both worlds, yeah.
All right. So, what did you feel like was the hardest thing you had to do while starting your podcast?
Sure. I mean, there's not one thing, but
there's multiple.
Yeah. It depends on. Okay, so I guess I would say the hardest thing is, well, for us, we're friends. Our friendship grew more, obviously, after becoming business partners. But I say that to say it was hard because when you have that friendship, it's hard to decide when it's time to be in your bag of business. So it's not necessarily like, we still have to get something done, and we needed to set boundaries. Mm-hmm. That's the hardest part, because when you're trying to talk about a business deal, then sometimes we say we having relationship problems or whatever the case may be. We're like, okay, we couldn't let it interfere. So I think that was the hardest part, knowing, even though we're mixing business with pleasure, trying to not mix it so much.
Yeah, but we got so much better with that because we implemented boundaries. So, like, even when it comes to TMP meetings, we'll be like, all right, we're going to leave an hour in the beginning or the end just to talk about personal. But for now, we're talking about business. But I think the hardest part is we're a two-woman team. Like, so we do everything. Like, and
that's another part.
She's a mom of twins. I work. I just graduated with my master's.
You had a crazy schedule.
I had, thank you, and social work. So I had a crazy schedule. So it was just hard trying to balance that.
Yeah, it's work for literally how many of y'all
I was about
are.
to say, it definitely is, because, we have our personal lives that sometimes you got to sacrifice even more just to even come here.
Mental health break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I definitely think that that's the key too. It's a lot, and you have to you have to want to just do this for fun. Even if you have a vision of trying to make profit off of this, it can't be the forefront. It needs to be behind you.
Almost definitely.
Oh, we have fun doing this.
Yeah.
I hate you.
Damn, what the love about, man?
Yeah, bro, you've been acting real big right now.
Last time I
just came
checked,
back,
you can't
I'm
cash
not
a check
feeling
with
the
love.
vibe.
I'm just saying.
oh my goodness.
Yeah. So, how did you guys come up with the name?
Okay, so we battled with various names. And then around that
All
time,
of them, now that I think about it, were trash.
we're trash. I like Queendom. Queendom was cool.
Queendom?
It was like the Queendom podcast. I thought that was cute and whatnot.
Not bad.
But it ain't the MillENNIHER.
Yeah.
And around that time, I think when we had a business meeting, and we was just like, yo, who is our target audience? And the Millennium Tour was coming up. And we got tickets to that, which we're going again next week. But, and I'm just like, how about like MillENNIHER? And Ari was like, I like that.
Yeah, and then it was done from there.
And it was done from there.
Even though we seeing them pop up now.
Yeah.
Our name is popping up from other platforms. We're gonna have to take care of that. But
Trademark.
yeah, but yeah.
Oh, so you have people like using your content to like upload on others platforms?
No.
Just having our name.
Just having our name.
But we thought it
Doing
was
like
unique enough.
the Mean Girls doing women empowerment brunches.
Huh?
I said the Mean Girls doing women empowerment brunches. It'll be like the MillENNIHER.
Yeah, it's
brunch
just
or something.
Somebody has the same name and but you came first, and it's like, okay, you just gotta put it on paper.
Yep.
Yeah. Put on the boxing.
But that's how we came up with the name.
And it was dope.
Yeah.
That's a dope name.
And y'all said you have 3 seasons. So based off of that, like, how long have y'all been having y'all podcast for? Like, how many? Is it a couple years?
It's been a couple years now, but we also are counting the pandemic when everything was shut down as well. So when you scrap that away, it's probably like 2 to 3 years, 2.5 years.
Well, I mean, for us, we kind of started like right after. I guess you could say like right when it started to be like a little bit more open, so it started to die down. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, is there anything that you can tell us, like any advice, since y'all like are more older, y'all more familiar with it?
Like advice as in to...
Like since they're starting up,
so
they're trying to build up.
We've been here for a year, but it's still...
It's not a year yet. We've been here for 2 seasons so far. But,
you guys are doing really well.
Yeah.
We're around the corner.
Y'all had some good...
No, that's my first advice.
Yeah, y'all had some good guests, some great content.
You gotta, I'm all about positivity, so you gotta speak positivity first.
I said that we gonna get to 28K in no time. I mean, I was kind of half lying. But, you know, I still
I mean, you can pay for
Nah, I
it.
just
Not pay for it.
Like, real talk.
and that's what we like. Yeah, we can wait.
Right. But advice, I mean, I feel like y'all kind of would know that based off of maybe your social media that you literally can't pay attention to like the likes or the follows or the views, because honestly, that's just gonna psych you out mentally, I feel. There's been times where we're looking on our YouTube now that we just launched on our YouTube for season 3 only, and sometimes it's daunting. We're like, oh my gosh, only a few people have looked, but then we'll go to an event because we're also affiliated in a Greek org, and people recite to us the episodes that we've said, who we've had, what they learned, that they've gone to therapy, started doing this and that, and we're like, okay, so where your comments was at? Like,
or they be rocking the shirt.
Where the likes at? So that was definitely a piece of advice.
I would say for me is that to use your resources. It's so much free knowledge out there. It's ridiculous. And if it wasn't for like the resources that we tapped into, like the podcast networks, joining different podcast groups, like literally when it comes to looking for guests, I mean, we are in a Greek letter org, so we do know a lot of people, and we try to reach out to other people. So we use like our network, our podcast network.
There's actually a lot of podcast groups, like Shirlz saying, in New Jersey.
Yep. Podcasters in New Jersey.
Yeah.
With our girl Denise Duran, she started that. There's Women of Color podcast.
That's not for them,
I know it's not for them, but I mean it's
but
a resource.
But
I'm pretty sure.
No, we seen a couple.
I'm pretty sure there's one.
You should definitely, if
Black
you
males.
haven't already, you should definitely like do a networking, reach out. You don't even got to do that much. Literally, it's like, hey, what's this? Whatever you need, just be honest and transparent, and they will literally help you out, and it won't cost you anything
at all.
As opposed to, the people that you see charging you to do your social media pages, like, or things of that.
Yeah, I don't think we gotta ever worry about that one.
Yeah.
Well, at least I hope so.
But as far as like, it's really homegrown. Like, if you don't have that built-in network, it's a way to like expand your pod for sure.
We want an organic podcast. That's what we're looking for.
Exactly.
This is like a natural, like just us podcast.
I don't know why I was doing this, but
Yeah.
No,
Cool with
yeah.
that for the podcast, but when it comes on the business side of things, I need more people. We need more people.
Or just
You
help.
mean people like a team?
A team?
Yeah, we a team already, but I just need like more like,
behind the scenes.
Yeah, like
You don't have to tell us about more people. We need more people. We're literally doing. Name the jobs, we're doing them. Like social media. We had team members, but you have to like understand that because for us, we're not all year round, so we can't provide this. We don't have the capacity to provide the same opportunities as if you were here all year round. Like stability as far as if it's a stipend, if you're paying, what exposure are you providing. Like now, it's a lot of stipulations on the business side. So it falls back on us to either get into our bag with side hustles to supplement, to, pay for these people's time, or you have to learn a skill and a trade and, step in and be willing to do the work. So
And our resume is looking real good because we wear so many hats. Like,
so yeah.
it was a point of time, like when we first started, I was sitting there and editing the episodes, like mark by mark. I never edited before. I was creating my own sound effects, adding my sound effects in there.
Yeah.
And now it's like, now I got an engineer to do all of that.
Machine, yeah.
I just feel like, man, we don't need more people right now. Just all of us have to do our work, and that includes me. That includes me.
No, wait, I'm not saying it for the podcast itself. Like, for the podcast itself, I'm pretty sure we all holding that down.
I mean, they gotta go through a freaking interview anyway. Like, it ain't
I'm
they
talking
go
about
through
like,
one person and they
like
get
this
annoyed.
right here, we good. Like, see, we missing her band.
I'm talking about behind the scenes, like when it comes to
we still good.
how you just going.
He's just.
No, I'm not talking about for the podcast. That's what I was saying. I'm talking about for the business side. Like when it comes to merch.
See, people
and all
don't be
that
trying
other
to
stuff.
talk about this business side. I'm telling you, he sound like me.
business wise, brother.
Like the merch, the sales, like all of that. Like
Yeah, like ambassadors and other
yes,
people
that's
who
what I'm
manage
talking
that.
about. I'm not talking about the podcast side. We got it.
Yeah, because y'all create the content. Y'all just need people, like you said, behind the scenes. Doing that.
Didn't we work this? You know what?
And there's
It's a real thing.
It's a real
like
thing.
that's why. No, I'm just saying that's why we're all in this together, because literally it's not something even just talking about merch. When you said merch, I got triggered like whiplash. Like, what you mean? You got to worry about the design. You got to worry about ambassadors. And then, okay, yeah, you can say, oh, you don't pay them, but you got to ship your merch out for free. Then you got to work out a contract with them to how much they're going to post. What's their exposure like? Who are they sending it to? Making sure that it's not intellectual property you're stealing. Like, these are all like things that you gotta really worry about. Or you're gonna be sued and you're gonna be done before you even reach anywhere.
And it's
Urbane
also
was worried about it. At first you was on some BS.
No, I wasn't. No, I was not. No, I was telling Urbane, I was like, yo, first of all, the first person Urbane asked us to get, they was talking about some. You know what? Nah, let me just go crazy because
let's just say we had some ridiculous requests. All right,
I got the people who was willing to like work for a reasonable price. Urbane got these people who asked me to bring $1K out my pocket. Where am I get $1K from?
It's real.
It's real out here.
Like,
but then there's also college internships. Like, there's people looking for internships all the time. So
you just got be prepared to go, set yourself up on the business end. You got to be willing to be patient. That's the thing too. You can't be trying to take shortcuts, like, because I've done the deed where we're calling the schools asking how to do an internship program. They're like, how much you gonna pay them? What's the credits gonna be? If you're not going to be, if they need to be on site at least twice a week, what does that look like? And it's just like, oh, okay, let me call you back in 3 months. Like, let me figure this out, and circle back. And I never did, but my point is, is in the future, that's something that we have to think about.
Hey, you heard that, right?
What?
Patience.
That ain't got to do with me. That got to do with me. I'm a very patient person.
Wait. You talking about the other day?
We talking about overall patience.
I'm a very patient person.
I mean, you're not impatient. You just sleepy, bro.
No, you definitely is patient. It takes too long to go downstairs.
I'm trying to figure out how y'all make any decisions. Like, y'all sound like y'all got a real...
Like, I need a mediator.
Y'all really are...
This is how we are.
Different by default. Like, really.
Like, when it comes to business, when it comes to, like, actual working, we all come together, like...
All right. So, the argument leads to these two right here.
Yeah,
it's not
and
really.
Then they lead to us, and then we try to be neutral.
And then usually he's not really there, but he's there.
Because he's sleeping.
And
That's happening.
Listen. You see, I got school, and then we have these meetings at the ridiculous time.
It's at the same time every night.
Huh?
You started the meeting off on a new day.
All right, but let me say this. Before you had school, you was still doing the same thing. So there's no difference.
Anyway, I was rudely interrupted. It was one day. It was literally one day. I was on the phone with someone. I'm like, listen, it's like 5 minutes in. I'm gonna be at the meeting.
Wait,
I fall asleep.
Wait. 10, hold up.
You sure you don't got
10, hold up. You said you got school, right?
Yeah.
Sure you don't
You do know Urbane is in school. He has 2 jobs, a side hustle, and he still makes it to the meeting.
Yes, sir! This nigga spitting. Damn, nigga!
No, forget the in
Whoa,
school.
it's starting to get a little too personal.
You
right there.
only have class in the morning. Only in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah, afternoons and nights are free. We have meetings at night.
Okay, but I don't gotta do work.
All right, listen.
All right?
He has.
Essays.
Listen.
So when y'all have problems, like when y'all have somebody split, you're saying y'all depend on the other people to decide for y'all?
No, like with us, it's always majority rules. It's always because it's 5 of us. So let's say me and Kayshawn are having a disagreement, and I bring up a point. Najumba agrees with my point, and Tan agrees with his point. It's up to Urbane to like figure out. Like he's the deal breaker right there.
See, look, but it's alright. That's half right because when it comes to me with the arguments, half the time it don't matter with the majority rules. I ain't even gonna lie.
No, all right. And this is the thing. It's like sometimes you like I don't know, Cause then you'll stop, and then after that, it's like, all right, because you didn't respond, it's like, all right, we just gotta go with this. Cause like there was some time where we literally like you said something, it was like, all right, we heard you. Then we didn't hear from you for a minute, and then when they go past you, you be like, bro, what happened to this? You're like, oh, I forgot. Like that's how it goes. That's how it goes.
Like,
because if I won the argument, at that point I won what I
That's
won.
that's the whole
But
objective.
that's the thing.
I think
That
there
used
was
to be us, but we tied.
Yeah.
We can't really do that a lot.
My thing is because it's just more people, so it's like you all 5 of us need to agree right now.
What we be saying all the time?
What?
We gonna compromise or
Yeah, just gonna come to a compromise in a real way, like even down to a title or something. If we are shooting out ideas, how can we kind of incorporate both? Even if it's, because then it's not even like 100% we may both like it, but at least we a solid 80, we a solid 75. Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say that was us with the with some of the merch.
yeah, but, like for example, like I wanted to do towels, or Ben didn't want to do towels. So I was like,
I was like, what are we doing with towels?
I was like,
there's a lot of big dudes, and it be hot in the summer.
It was around summertime. People need towels.
It was around summertime, so I was like, yo, let's do towels. He said,
fat shaming.
we're not doing towels. I'm like, what you mean we're not doing towels? It's a hot summer day. Imagine somebody walking down, like, yo, Dad, I need a towel.
And they
There goes
use
DVD
DVD watch their
towels.
face like that's the like how many times like imagine someone wiping DVD on their face like damn I'm really hot like bro
Yo, Tan,
You know what's crazy? K-Sean wasn't
They
with me
trying to
at
think
first.
about the
you was with him too.
No, he wasn't. At
He
first,
disagreed.
At first, they
I
disagreed.
didn't.
Some people do.
Wait, what was that she was going
I
for?
didn't.
Wait, what was you going for again?
No, he wasn't going for towels
I
at
wasn't
all.
going for towels at all. I
The
didn't
only
understand it at
the
first.
only
I ain't
reason why
gonna
I
lie.
got him to my side.
It was the other reason. The other reason.
I like Kay. Think about it.
So did y'all make a decision on it? Are
Oh,
y'all
yeah, we
doing
got
towels?
towels.
Okay, y'all
Yeah.
got towels.
Okay.
I like Kay.
That's
think about
different.
it.
Not a lot of podcasts.
People
Word.
listen to podcasts. in the
Imagine
shower
wiping
now.
yourself with a DBD towel.
I like Kay. Think about it.
That's not that like you don't get the opportunity
I
that
like think
much.
about it, bro. There's gonna be a lot
I-
of people
I
at
would
that.
like
beach.
What
agree
kind of
more.
towels is it? A washcloth?
Imagine a
It's
girl.
like-
It was like it's like
I need to see the merch.
Like, it's like a
I
Gatorade size. You know how like you have like the towel. It's like-
Okay, so like people that's playing basketball
Yeah.
or like
Oh, okay.
We wanted multiple different sizes. We wanted the little small towels and the towels you could wrap around yourself too.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
the beach, but Ben was like, nah. So I was like, all right. Man, I
Yeah,
still got the towels.
But what would yo?
That's
It's
all
It's about how your
crazy.
money talking, to be honest.
Yeah,
I think that's
it's,
unique too, because
Yeah.
not a lot of podcasts is.
that's another thing about argument. I don't remember what the other thing was. I don't remember what it was.
I think
I just remember towels, and it's just a
I think
blank
it's like
memory right there.
like
I
colors.
think it's some shit that we got that we didn't want and we still have it.
Yeah, but Ben wanted to do windbreakers in the summer. I was like, I'm not doing windbreakers.
Oh yeah,
Is it that windbreaker?
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
That's actually hard.
Thank you.
But I was
Thank
like,
you.
yo, just save it for fall. He said, no, bro, get it now so they can get it early. I was like, I'm not doing windbreakers. And then it was just like 4 against 1. So I was like,
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. He showed me the design. It was kind of over.
I was like,
I'm
all
like,
right.
you know,
Yeah, I did go.
I was digging the windbreaker, so like you might as well just get it.
I ain't
now.
gonna lie. I was about to ask y'all, how do I purchase one?
Oh, they off the
Fire.
market.
Oh,
They off
dang.
the market.
Yeah, well, time to update the website. 'Cause, yo, no, it's crazy because like I was just talking to some people and they asked like, "Hey man, where can I get one?" I'm like, I tried to show them the website. I forgot like we didn't even update it. Like
Oh,
That's the thing.
like
You
this-
you gotta be
multiple
consistent.
jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
Like
the
you
last
forget what
argument.
needs to get done.
I think this is the last argument we had. It was with models and brand ambassadors. That's the one that the dude was trying to talk about.
Oh yeah.
One day I came to Herb, like, yo, we need models, bro. Herb was like, we models. We gonna model our own stuff.
That's what he's saying. Like, why am I paying people to do what we can do
hold on,
ourselves?
That's a good idea.
that is a good
No, that's what we did though. That's what we did though.
the person in me was agreeing with
I was like, hold up now. I was like, so we gonna model for the females too? And then he was like,
No.
dang.
But you only need one or two.
Exactly.
Yeah,
One that represents the
The brand.
one that represents the
the-
itty bitty committee, and then one that
There you go.
represents one that
what I'm
represents the big, bold, and beautiful. Like,
All right. I like how you said it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I ain't
No
thinking like
disrespect
that.
to
And I know
sizes
y'all
out
all
there.
have a village, so you got people that would just support you and just be a model.
Yeah, so I was,
my village is empty.
Oh, I was good. Like I
Don't worry, Rel took you into his village. That's how it goes.
I asked for the models. Her baby was like, "Do you even have?" I got 4 on the line right now. Just let me know. Just give me the okay, and we'll do it. And the same thing with brand ambassadors. I was like,
then,
I got 4.
not to cut you off, but then it goes to hiring photographers.
Oh, we
Looking
got
for
it.
photographers.
Okay.
Okay.
You got it.
Good.
I feel like when it comes to like how we visually do stuff, that's the stuff we got down. It's just probably like trying to figure out how can we gain more attention.
And then the research part of it.
Yeah,
too.
in the research, what you call it. I feel like that's
If
where
you're
it
not
starts.
willing to like learn it on your own, like actually take classes, which is fine. Sometimes you just really don't got the time. You might want to invest in a person to do that. That's something we've struggled back and forth with 1,000 times.
Yeah, because I'm not trying to say
social media
Herb don't
marketing
want to edit
manager.
no more, but I don't got a computer right now, so it's kind of.
You see,
No, but I'm talking about somebody who really can scale your business as far as like knowing it's not just about what time to post on Instagram. It's about like, okay, who do we target? What businesses around who are willing? They will go do that for you.
Like the analytics of it all.
They will find you investors. You just the small investors, not the big ones.
They will even find you grant. It's a lot of people that's willing to give out free money.
Time. So it's just like it might be worth it. We've been trying to get around it.
Yeah, it's like trying to be the handyman of the house. It's
but
like,
you'll be tired.
Yeah, that's true.
We're tired.
Yeah.
I just came from work. I'm tired.
I gotta go work after this.
It's like, so yeah, I feel you, but that definitely does take time too. Did you ever? Well, I don't even remember the guy's name that would post that video. Like it takes at least 100 episodes in 5 years. Give
Kevin on
yourself
stage,
that.
and now look at him. He
Kevin
got
on
the studio.
stage. He's a
He with
comic.
Issa
slash
Rae.
Oh, Kevin on stage.
Yeah.
I think I was
that's my
talking
guy.
about him on one of the
That's my guy,
episodes.
that's my guy.
too.
Yeah, he said you gotta give yourself either 100 episodes or 5 years of a solid podcast, firm grinding, foot on the gas, like no help, one blanket, like all of that.
One
like,
blanket.
just-
Oh yeah, when he was.
just-
Oh, and I remember when he was when he was doing like the Kevin Hart
Yeah.
bit. I feel you.
Because even
Like, you gotta
him
be
now, he
willing.
has his own app.
Yeah,
And he said
Kevin on
he
stage,
started
man.
with
He been just going
iPhone
up.
camera.
Yeah.
Like he didn't even. He said people thought I was doing it official. I hope your engineer don't kill us. I'm just saying, like he was just doing it with an iPhone and making it work.
Love our team back there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Pay well. Pay well.
So I'm just saying, like it looks like that, but he did that with the iPhone camera so he could have the money to pay the people to do what we're talking about.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe y'all, y'all probably already got it now, but maybe set up a honey pot of like do some meetings, or maybe one of y'all can orchestrate some meetings with actual social media managers, marketing people who fit your vision, like where you're targeting your audience and who you're trying to reach, so they get the vision. Like on some Issa Rae, Insecure, like the episode that just dropped. You want somebody who's going to ride for you, and then set up some meetings and see how much money y'all really need to save.
That sounds like a job for me. Throw on my glasses and a suit, bro.
I can't.
One end of the table with them at the other. So
Or even, I mean, even
Yeah.
until then, it's 5 of y'all. Split it up. Mondays, Kyrell. Tuesdays, you. Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays. Until you get to that point where you hire someone.
Like, do you have a business pitch, like a pitch deck, like
how I come up with one right now.
like for no, well, I'm saying like for those meetings or for like what she's talking about breaking up the goals. They're gonna ask you, how many people listen to you regularly, all of that. Your merch. Oh, okay, who's buying it? Okay, it's off the market. Why is it off the market? You need to have all of these answers to those questions and put it together in like a presentation, like a PowerPoint.
It's like a
Yeah, I was
PowerPoint.
about to say. I mean, if we do, I don't think it's gonna take that long because.
Me and her band
It's
already
not-
got
Yeah, I was gonna say like,
You
or
already
Bane,
have
the guy
the
who
information.
what's it called?
We already got all
Okay,
the dope
got
shit.
it.
Like literally, this is basically all we talk about.
Literally.
As you should.
You tired or no?
Nah, it's just a yawn.
Okay.
No, as you should.
You finna be
It's
tired
never too
when you
much
go
to talk
work.
about this stuff because
Right now.
somebody with a trash pod is making hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Exactly.
I think-
And it's crazy because podcasting has become such a lucrative business. Like back in the day, no one was podcasting.
wanna listen
We was
to
posting I remember when my first podcast, we was posting it on SoundCloud. Now, that made me sound like a dinosaur.
Oh my god!
But like, no one was really podcasting like that.
But I respect that.
But nowadays, you can literally find a podcast on any subject.
I know.
On SoundCloud,
That's crazy.
On SoundCloud. That was,
Yo,
that
if I go on my
really-
SoundCloud, I got songs from like 10 years ago.
like old mixtapes, old Wiz Khalifa mixtapes and whatnot. But that's how podcasting. A lot of people didn't even know what a podcast was. It's like, oh, so it's like the Breakfast Club, like you just talking.
Yeah, I mean,
Like-
you got some people that got podcasts in their living room.
Yeah.
What's in my cup?
Nah, it's wait.
It's not in the living room, but I know what you mean.
Nah, I'm talking about straight living room.
with that Amazon mic and the headphones.
Whoa,
That's how we started.
That's how we
No,
started.
but that's how I started too. I told you I was uploading them to SoundCloud.
Yeah, let's not
And you hear
forget-
all the static in the mic and whatnot.
The
Like,
little humble beginnings. You know?
Yeah,
Still humble. I'm still
I'm
there.
still humble.
big behind room without no echo pads. It's just
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
sheesh.
mad reverb.
But nowadays, if I want to learn a new skill, I'll just be like, all right, let me look up a podcast.
And I look up if I want to know.
Watching
learn a new
podcasts
skills,
is
I'm
now I
looking
think
at
about it,
free
is I
ones.
think self-giving advice for us. I feel like we need to start watching more podcasts just to pay attention to like what are they doing, like their hand gestures, their movements, what they say, probably even how they just deal with each other. Because I mean I don't watch as much, but when I watch podcasts, that's some of the stuff that I pay attention to. I think like one time we watched like no, it wasn't even a podcast. It was that wasn't a podcast. It was something else. But I feel like, especially with all the podcasts that's out here and the amount of topics, and even use some of the topics. I mean, it's not really plagiarism, but they can give you ideas or even make it.
Yeah, for sure.
I could find better facts than them.
All right, there you go. That's it.
Or
Compete
even-
against
And be
them.
able to back it up.
Or even the fact that like YouTube is a thing, because I have a lot of supporters we have a lot of supporters for TMP who wasn't listening to TMP when we were just doing audio. But now they're just like, all right, it's visual. I can sit there and watch it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So it's just like, because to be a podcast, like for example, I'm a podcast listener. I have podcasts in rotation that I listen to for hours. Not everyone is like that, you know?
Totally agree with you.
I am not.
She's not
I had to
like
learn.
that. She had to learn how to be like that.
I'm
I had
with
to
you.
learn. I had to learn.
I need to watch the video.
Nah, I could just sit there and listen to it on my car, in the airplane.
I find
like,
it annoying because it's like, who you talking to? Stop talking like that's not,
Yeah, because I used to hear because I'm like, who are these people you're talking to? Like,
I listen to the little old people pod, the old men in suits.
Steve Harvey.
Talking. Nah, not even the white old men. They be talking about government and stuff. I don't even know why. I just be bored.
So you like listen to damn, I forgot his name. What is his name?
This
bro?
is fat white.
Oh, wait.
There you go, say it, fat white guy.
Never mind. Never mind.
Moving on. You was talking about how
Go ahead.
you was talking about how like y'all humble beginners, like when you guys was like in the living rooms and stuff like that. But overall, like right now, like with y'all podcasting down season 3, like how long does it take you guys to record a session?
We try to make it.
Listen, we changed studios. Praise the Lord. It was a great journey with where we were. That took forever, but we were also invested in the business that they had. So we were all just figuring it out together. So it took a couple hours. Now it's more so like because we have a set session time, we're cutting it down to an hour and a half the
Yeah,
most.
we try to make it less, like 25 to.
But the real struggle is not even just the studio time. It's more so like from conception of episode through posts, like actually posting on Instagram. So, or posting wherever you're posting. So, to come up with an actual topic, outline how we're going to discuss it, who we're going to have, reaching out to them. That's a lot of time. That's hours, that's days. If they're not getting back to you, what are they going to need? What elements do we need? Because we add like pictures and video and sound clips and things like that in our episodes. So we got to clear them. We got to make sure that we're not going to get sued, liable, none of those things. So we got to do all that. Then, we got to send the episodes out to the people, chop them up for people to digest, because people's attention spans are trash.
I was just about to say, there's like little short clips that you can use.
Yeah.
Why are you pointing at me?
I was gonna point at him too.
Why you
but,
pointing at me?
You already said yes. Like, you know it's you.
No, it's not. I pay attention.
Yeah, but it's also like making people not like click after. Like it's not even like, okay, yeah, you gotta have a fire sizzle 30-second they could want to, but what's gonna make them stay for the 30, however long your pod is, like what's gonna make them stay? We still have to ask ourselves those questions.
Yeah.
My magnificent goatee.
Good answer.
All right, so another question that I have is like, do you guys have a funniest moment recording an episode? Like that you guys could think like right off the top of your heads?
Go ahead, Shirlz.
How you laughing? You don't even
No,
know.
because I was thinking about our funniest one was dang.
I think the funniest episode so far has been with Adulting Series and
I was
Key.
gonna say that.
That was episode was
We
hilarious.
basically did like a three-part series of like different topics specifically for
Millennials.
like. Well, no, all of
Adulting.
us. Yeah.
Adulting. Like, basically how being an adult is trash.
Yeah,
So
because we took it from like insecure, like it was inspiration from like Insecure, like damn, adulting could be hard, and we had
Adulting Series, which is a web series on YouTube. It's actually a dope series. You have to check it out.
It's one
and
of
it's
those
all about
YouTube homegrown,
like kind of
but
like
they
how
got-
Issa started with Awkward Black Girl. I see them going to HBO later
then we
on.
had-
But their topics, and not to cut you off, their topics will be like paying bills, like an episode, or like things that you do as an adult that's trash. And then we had Key.
Oh no, it's not called adults. It's called Baby Mama Drama.
No, I'm talking about the Adulting Series. That was another episode.
okay.
The Adulting Series they came through,
yeah.
and we had like
Maybe
a
I'm a drama. My fault.
Baby Mama Dramas is also good too.
That was part of the series.
Foreshadowing your future?
Chill now.
But basically,
Yo,
we
close
had
up.
them on, and it was so organic because we literally were surrounded like how we are now, and we were doing like freestyles.
Yo, they was like we was
and-
giving them a word, and they would just start freestyling, and it was just funny.
and then like telling the business even though they ain't mean to.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was just funny because it was like, wow, we really are complex individuals, and when you never know how episodes can go. Like so when we saw that, and they were strangers, like sometimes we were pairing people up, like two different projects or two different entities, and putting them together too. So it's interesting to see how everybody.
how that dynamic works.
worked.
And it was natural. Like,
But it was funny as
we
hell.
played a game where it was like we gave each person a word of adulting, and they had to spit a freestyle about it. So it would be like bills. And then someone
I don't
would
wanna
spit
pay them shit.
I don't want to pay them. And it was
Just
hilarious just
Yeah.
to see people like on the spot and just come up with lyrics off the top of their head.
So that was definitely
That was a good
moment.
episode.
So, what can we expect from season 3 of your podcast?
I feel like season 3, we are getting
This is fire.
we're stepping out of our comfort zone because
I definitely am. I'm hella conservative.
we are talking about topics that is not like that people kind of cringe to talk about. I mean, like we're digging deep into relationships. We're talking about polyamory. We're talking about celibacy. We're talking about identities, mental health. A lot of social justice topics too, with like experts, police brutality, mass incarceration.
We're having like a police officer on there who like works for the state police. So he's weighing in even on Black Lives Matter topics and things like that.
But that
So-
polyamory episode is gonna be wild.
Yeah, we got people in relationships, man, who don't even know why they in them.
Yep.
Channeling Will Smith and Jada in that.
Thank you. I'm sorry, but like,
No, so yeah,
Can you please
we got
stop
a lot.
forgetting August, please?
Can you what?
Stop forgetting
talking.
August.
Just stop talking.
But no, we have a lot in store because that's just different. That's not something we've done in all of. We try to keep it real cute the first 2 seasons, and talk about love and Black love and hair care, and things like that. But now it's like, all right, let's get to the nitty gritty of the times and figure out what we
Entanglements.
also were a lot of that too, to your point about what can we expect, came from our listeners. We've been paying attention to what they wanted us to talk about. So they wanted to hear about these extramarital relationships. So we was like, all right, let's try to break it down for you.
The fact that y'all found it, I respect that.
It was hard.
I know that's hard.
It was hard, but shouts, like we said, our village.
Yeah.
It was someone who plugged us into something. And in that episode, we ended up learning, you never realize how ignorant you are until you, talk to, someone who's in,
That
the lifestyle.
perspective, yeah.
And it was mind-blowing. We learned a lot through that episode.
I know I'm probably spoiling, but where are they from?
What? What do you mean?
Oh, the guest.
Yeah, the guest.
Remember.
We like we said, we tapped into our network.
Oh, right. So we didn't know her.
We didn't know her at all.
We put out an ad of who we were looking for. I don't remember her saying where she was, but she was definitely virtual. So
yeah,
I don't remember. And it was like an hour behind, so she definitely wasn't in the state. But that's why it made it amazing, because when you're doing these different topics, whether it's polyamory or whatever it could be, something that's real harsh to talk about, you will find it's really hard. Like, we had to go through so many stipulations. People wanted to be behind like the black screen.
Yeah, with the deep voice.
And
the deep voice and whatnot.
This is like, you want to be on a pod, but you don't want to tell her how it is. So it wanted to do aliases and things like that. So, you got to get with the times. But yeah, I don't know. We don't know where she is, but you'll see her.
You'll see her.
She on the screen. It ain't no black screen. She and the partner, they all up on there. So you just got to stay tuned for the episode. So yeah.
So I think it's about time that we do some quick hitter questions. And
This sounds
Is this the
fun.
icebreaker? That's not the icebreaker.
so, all right, I'm gonna do quick hitter questions how I did it last episode. All right, we're gonna ask you guys a question, then you guys gonna ask us a question.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
So we're just gonna do it like that. But the first quick hitter question being, what do you guys think about Different by Default so far?
I love it. I've
Why you laughing? Okay,
No.
that's my cousin.
I really love, because honestly, when you first told me when I first heard that you had a podcast, I was just like, Kyra don't even talk. But okay, no, seriously, you always come off as a chill, laid back person. So I never thought that you because I have podcaster friends who are dissecting stuff and really talking about real stuff. And I just didn't see it coming from you. But I like it. I like the topics.
Surprise.
It was a surprise. I like the guests that you have. I like that it's just organic. Like you said, what was the movement you did?
It's like it's almost like
you
what's
chilling.
that show? HBO The Shop.
The Shop. It's like that.
Almost like that.
Oh.
That LeBron.
Hey, there's one thing I can say. That's a good thing. That's a good thing to hear, right?
That is
that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's
It's like
definitely
even the
good.
fact that
Definitely like
you
that.
guys could talk about y'all issues on air.
I felt like I was on a fly on the wall. I was like, ooh.
I was like,
bring
do
this
we-
back
do
to
we-
my man. Is this why we're doing this? Is this why we're being successful? Teach me. I don't have a male perspective at home.
Yeah.
So when I was growing up. So it's kind of cool to hear how you gentlemen think and your perspectives. And now I'm reaching a different age bracket. So it's also to hear a more youthful perspective than where I am. So yeah, that's what I think. Well, it wasn't even my question, but
No, it was our question.
Okay.
It was our question.
Cool. But yeah, that's what I love about the pod.
All right, so you guys can ask a question now if you both fully answered it.
What do you love about our pod? Did you even listen to our pod?
Oh my gosh, she's
me
so
personally-
extra.
You want to answer first?
Oh yeah, for sure. But me personally, me and her band, we basically go back and do research. I think I was watching 10 minutes of one episode, then I had to go. And the only reason I had to go is because I forgot what we was doing.
What'd you like about the 10 minutes then?
Well, first of all, like Shirley said, me, it's I'm getting a whole new different perspective of Shirley. So it's just
Shirl's.
my bad. I'm getting a new perspective of Shirley. So it's I don't see this all the time. And even if I do see it all the time, I'm oblivious towards it because, I'm not really around that group of my family. Like,
Yeah.
so
I
it's
feel
just
that.
like, yeah.
So, that's
it's,
good.
It's that under 10 minutes.
And the fact that you said that brings up another problem. We need to have the meetings where I've been said this, but we never get it through because not everybody comes on time. Where we watch the person that we about to interview. Because there was multiple times like where I felt like, especially in our older episodes, we didn't have that much to say because we didn't really pay attention to the person.
Somebody was never at the meetings.
Because somebody was never at
We
the
had that
meeting.
problem.
Yeah,
in the
we did.
beginning,
But
too.
I mean, we're working on it. We had different times. We had people that work on overnights. We had people that
We gotta go to work after this.
Yeah, like we had people that just falls asleep. No offense.
Jeez.
Don't look away. You know who it
He
is.
said no offense.
Then you got people that be on H timing.
H timing as in what? Haitian time?
One time. I'm always on time.
Bro, you said it was like 12.
At least I hear him call himself electrified in this episode.
One time.
Yeah.
That's
one
a
time.
nice adjective.
That is.
Thank you.
No, it's corny.
Thank the Rock. Thank no.
He's been doing this before the podcast. Like
He was doing it because The Rock. All right.
Like, I understand. I used to say my own little word, but damn, bro.
That's all right. But
We gotta retire that.
it's not being retired no time soon.
Nah. Not until you meet
But
The
no, I
Rock
feel
himself,
that
probably.
you just gotta work on it. It happens. I mean, everybody has that Charlemagne moment. Remember, Charlemagne had to get it together on the Breakfast Club. He was called out one too many times for not doing his research on the guests. Remember when he was like, no, for
I'm trying to remember who it was.
Like, he learned it though. He be
Now he
through
be
his book
super invested.
on the interviews.
And then he always be like, yeah, I go to therapy at 3 p.m. And the comments was like, if he mentions therapy one more time.
But no, it's definitely a learning curve.
Well, yeah, what was you were about to say something.
I was. Nah, but I'm not even gonna lie. I didn't get a chance to view it. I just came back literally my first episode back.
We know you ain't watching.
No, in my defense,
He was sleeping. It's okay.
We know you ain't
I
watching.
mean, missed some meetings, but he was like, "Oh, we being Shirley." I'm like, "All right." I said, "That's it." I just know he was interviewing someone named Shirley.
Shirlz.
Sorry.
Sheesh.
Back to my reply. But based off of the conversation that we had today, I actually feel like I enjoy y'all podcast a lot. I'd have to MillENNIHER.
You just gotta pronounce it right.
He's doing it well. He's taking his time.
And if anything, do y'all follow us on social media, right?
Yeah,
I think we follow y'all. Definitely just follow back, whatever. It's cool. It's all laid back as a conversation. It's going to be an organic relationship. It's not going to be the last
I
that
ain't
we
gonna
hear,
watch our
y'all.
relationship episodes. I'm gonna tell y'all that now.
No.
And you
You
triggered.
could be a guest. We always got to have them.
Yeah.
It could be
Yeah,
another
that's something that we do.
It could be a
Yeah,
couple.
we could
First
collab.
crossover, and then we got to find a topic.
Yeah, no, that's how we do it. Yeah.
We always
This
need
is
male
pretty
perspective.
But I have a question for y'all about your listeners, right? So I don't need to know the inners of it, but like the people that you were targeting to hear and watch, are they the same people that are actually listening and watching, or do you find that your listenership is actually much different?
Depending on the episode. I feel like it's depending on the episode.
Yeah, that's actually
And you would be surprised of like what listeners we have for certain episodes.
There's sometimes where
I'm not talking about how many. I'm talking about
like
like
the same, like
Yeah.
the group that we was trying to.
Because you expect your friends to support you, but it be the people that
a
don't.
40-year-old coworker being
In
like,
Cuba.
I'm gonna listen. Yeah,
You
in
go,
Cuba.
Kay.
We have listeners in Puerto Rico, Jamaica.
Yeah.
Like,
That be reaching out to us like, yo, we love the last
Why,
episode.
why?
Like we have, not saying that we have fans, but we have specific listeners that we've never
So
met,
I
but we
don't-
know them as listeners.
It's weird. I don't. It's just always. Yeah, I mean, it is like that. I mean, I wish that everybody that I knew that I told about listened to it. You know, could have been more views, but I mean, it is what it is. We got to keep it moving on. Thank you, everybody that watches our stuff, that supported us, everything, brought our merch. know what I'm saying? We have more merch that'll be coming out later.
We got merch
You can-
too.
You can even support their merch. MillENNIHER.
No,
MillENNIHER podcast.
Millennium her.
It's like I want to say the whole word.
You want to say what? Millennial or millennium? Millennium.
Okay, TMP.
So MillENNIHER.
You can say TMP.
TNP. All right, there you go. TNP.
See, nah.
TNP on DP.
I don't know. All right, there you go.
I too.
TNP X DVD. There you go. We can do that.
Yeah.
I was going to do
I'm
TNP.
gonna say
Or the
MillENNIHER.
Yeah, I want to say MillENNIHER though. I like MillENNIHER though. I really do.
MillENNIHER.
All right, so you want to ask the last quick hitter question?
I didn't even
It
check
was only
real
one
quick.
quick hitter question.
No, it's three.
Quick hitter questions is like something off the dome.
I know.
Dome.
You got one?
No, I don't got that.
You like,
dome.
tell me.
Yo, I cannot.
Yo, that's what I'm saying. The fact that I just realized it's really off the dome. Like I always thought this
Nah.
question was written.
Nah, it is really off
That's
the
not
dome.
what I'm talking about. I said, all right.
Do you want to know about our
Okay, say what you gotta say. The time is now, bro.
Nah, just say the damn question, bro.
Do you want to know about us, our personal lives?
There you go. I was about to ask that because that's the only thing that we didn't get into yet.
Yeah.
So with that being said,
Y'all can take y'all turns.
Right. So, like Shirlz said, I have an entertainment background. I'm a producer, editor.
Tell them where you work for.
Entertainment. and what?
iHeart Media,
iHeartMedia.
WeTV, Viacom,
Black and Crew.
BET, Black and Crew.
BT.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Grown Up Hip Hop, The Chew,
She's
Steve
out here.
Wilkos.
Yeah, she out here.
So I've done
Steve
I've done
Wilkos.
quite a lot.
Steve Willigo?
I
That's-
produced some things that I can't even remember. I've been on red carpets, interviewed celebrities,
Name the
Morris
celebrities.
Chestnut.
You was ever on the
Lawrence
morning?
Morris
Tate.
Chestnut?
Yeah.
Lorenz Tate.
Lorenz Tate. I can't
Megan
even-
Good.
Megan
You met
Good.
mad people.
Making good.
Yeah. She's super nice. Yeah.
He got
But-
a super crush.
She's a
But
very
yeah.
good actor.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, I've
I
been
love
since
her.
Cousin Ski.
don't say it
Kevin
like that.
Hart. When y'all
It
mentioned
sounds
Kevin
like
Hart, I
a beauty.
interviewed him. He Casanova before he got,
Oof.
you know. And then so that's my background. I've been doing it since I graduated from college, and that's my passion, and that's why I do what I do.
What college you went to?
Rutgers
Rutgers? Okay.
in New
Which one?
Brunswick. Yeah, I'm glad you asked.
I was thinking about Newark.
There's no love for Rutgers and Newark. I came to that conclusion,
Yo,
bro.
that's
And I'm from there, but it's like we still different.
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
still different. But what
Guys
about
are
you,
home-
Shirlz?
MB is more nicer though.
Oh yeah, okay.
So what do I do?
Put all that money into it.
I like to call myself the Jane of all trades, multi-hyphenate. I'm a poet. I have a hair care product line.
Melanated
Okay.
Queens collection,
which is coming back. Just give me some time. I just got my master's,
I mean,
so I'm trying to get my life
you
together.
have a Keen section of the collection.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I told you.
No, I am. We're
Okay,
working on
get
that.
that.
Beards and all, kids and all.
Under this do rag, I got hair. You
No,
gotta
but
take
my
care of it.
kids
be
got
struggling
hang
too.
time because of her cream,
that's
her
all I
butter
needed to
cream.
hear.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
I got too
Okay.
much shrinkage.
What else do I do? I'm fluent in sign language. I'm Haitian. I do a lot of social justice work when it comes to advocating for police brutality, fair housing, urban planning.
Yeah.
Just like against gentrification.
So much.
What else do I do?
You mentioned your masters.
Oh yeah, I got my master's, so I'm really big into mental health, therapy. I work with the deaf and hard of hearing community.
That's where
She
the sign
literally
language
can teach you how to like.
Signs.
You know what's
You know
crazy?
what's funny? Oh, go ahead.
Oh, because in 5th grade, summer camp, we had a sign language thing. We did the Circle of Life in sign language. Right?
Oh, that's so
Yeah,
cute.
I was I mean, it's crazy because I was learning sign language from this deaf guy because I work in like a nursing home, so
Okay.
I knew a deaf guy, and all he taught me was this.
What's that?
Bullshit.
See, that was a test. That was a test. You
That
passed.
is because it's so funny because it's not. It's like it's
It's
a
funny
funny
'cause
sign.
when you see the hand,
Right, and
you
bullshit.
could kind of tell. Yeah, you see.
Bullshit.
He told me, like,
Or you just be like-
you got this, you know what I'm saying, that stuff like that. I think.
What that mean?
I think this music like shit.
Oh shit! Yeah, shit. Yeah,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay.
yeah.
A couple more, but I'm not about to just advertise that right now.
No, but look at
How
you.
you how to curse
How come
somebody
we
else?
always know the curse words?
Yeah, because that's the
Every
first thing.
language. That's the first thing you
That's the
learn.
first thing.
But can we know what y'all aspirations are? I know y'all probably got time. I just wanted to know about y'all personal too.
Because you got to leave after this to go work
Nah, I got time.
Wait, so who wanna go first?
Start with him. Start with Sleepy over here.
He said, "Well, I got narcolepsy."
No, you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy?
I ain't gonna say nothing, but I was about to ask you, is it a medical condition?
Oh, it really is.
Okay.
I go ahead.
Oh yeah,
You know
he
what's
got
crazy?
Lepsy narco.
This is my first family member that's actually been making fun of you. Polo spared you. Polo was chilling with you.
Oh, Polo was on the podcast?
Yeah.
Damn, y'all.
He was here twice.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
I haven't seen him in mad long.
Yeah, you
No,
missed this
not
episode.
Caleb.
Oh yeah. Oh wait, wasn't that a relationship episode?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
the
I'm
second
good.
one was a relationship.
I'm good.
Yeah, he brought Patricia with him.
I'm good.
Really?
I don't wanna
I
talk
gotta
about
check.
that.
I gotta check that episode. I didn't see that one. I saw the one when he was solo.
His solo one was funny.
It was.
It was interesting. I was.
Oh, so we
He
still go
spared him
back.
for most of that. Yeah, go ahead. What you want to be in life?
I want to be an engineer. I have a vision of getting in a car and like making it as my own, like with separate parts. Yeah.
Okay, Nick Cannon, love the
Like one day I want to go to a car meet, show off my car, learn from other parts from other people. But like that's a long journey. I just gotta start from here.
That's lit.
Yeah.
Like taking it apart and putting it back together.
I don't know what I think about taking it apart, but adding parts to it. Yeah.
Okay.
You gonna have to take it apart though.
Okay,
But that's
your turn.
cool. I like that.
Yeah. One more thing.
Okay, it's your turn.
Saw a ghost behind.
Nah, I'm
I
saying
thought
it's your
so.
turn because he talked about some one more thing. You know?
Go ahead. You know what? Why you flexing on me?
Oh.
Oh,
Oh. It's the mic.
just stand up.
Molly, I'm juiced up.
Dang. See, that's you can add that sound effect
There
to
you
your
go.
podcast.
Just overlay what I just said.
But I actually have a lot of shit, a lot of stuff that I wanted to be when I was. Oh, where do I start? All right, and this is the main one. I was going to college for basically a major in biology and minor in chemistry. I wanted to be a scientist, a freelance scientist, have my own little facility. Before I got into college, I got into coding and editing and stuff like that. I was going to do stuff with film and gaming. So it's really between those two, but there's like 6 other things that I learned along the way that I could also do, but that's it's just too much on my mind. I'm like you said, you're a Jane of all trades. I like to think of myself as a jack of all trades. I just kind of learn different abilities,
From different parts of your life.
From what they say, you got to be a Renaissance man nowadays to make it out here.
I'm literally
Okay.
my household handyman. I learned how to fix electronics, and they ain't never stopped coming to me.
Yeah. And speaking of Renaissance man, that's kind of what I want to visualize myself. Basically, a jack of all trades, and I really one thing I'm interested in is property. The beauty of owning. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, renting, realizing like how they kind of abuse you
Okay, especially black people.
Slap
Yeah, especially black people. So it just made me want to be like, I just want to have stuff under my name. So I want to be able to own as much property, see if I can sell, invest into stuff like that. And pretty much kind of it.
That's lit.
And last but not least,
Say the best for last. Say no.
the good looking ones go first, and you say the best
Wow.
one.
He's that guy. Now. He's that guy. Okay. You see,
He's that guy.
But honestly, like now I know exactly what I want to do. I want to be a businessman. My uncle, he's like a businessman too. Like he's in accounting. I don't know if it's accounting or business. Well,
he's accounting business. All right,
yeah, it's in between.
Is that
so-
Accounting businessman.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Is that our uncle?
ours.
Okay.
Well, I don't know why you whispered the name.
I know.
No,
Yes.
I just because I didn't want to get it wrong.
So I actually have like two uncles that I like kind of aspire to. It's my uncle Ulrich and Peter. He's he owns Grill.
Yeah, he just opened up that restaurant.
Yeah.
What we going?
Plug in the restaurant.
Yeah,
There is grill.
When y'all trying to go to grill?
Wait, hold on. Yo, listen. All right.
It's just it's in Greenbrook, right?
All right.
Yeah, it's dumb far.
It's dumb far.
Oh, there. See, that, now I remember. Now I remember. Cause I remember you showed me that, and then you showed me the location. I'm like, see, that's the bullshit.
See, because bro, he don't tell you location. Like, we should go there.
Everything feels so close when you're not driving.
Amazing catering too.
When we was in high, when we was in high
Nah,
school,
but listen,
you told
no.
us to go to your house.
Oh,
had us
oh
thinking
my-
that he lived right down the street. This man had us walking a mile.
It was crazy because we were so busy talking to him. Like we
ain't
were like, yo, we just passed Tyson.
Oh yeah, bro. That,
So
Coming from Orange High?
We came.
Orange High, and we
Oh wow!
ended
And past Tyson?
past Tyson.
Nah, that's OD.
I went past my house twice.
That's OD. That's a lot.
And I had to walk.
Y'all could have
back.
caught the bus at least to like McDonald's on Main
You
Street
did
and then
y'all
walk
dirty.
to Tyson, but that was
Nah,
What did we do at your house that you made us walk from Uganda?
We played
Not
games.
Uganda.
No, we didn't. I don't.
We didn't even do
We
anything.
was just outside, right?
We was.
Wait, it was that
Yeah. Yo, my thing
You
is.
wasn't there. It was
day? I was
there,
about to
you
say,
wasn't
all
there.
right.
No, my thing is, it's just like when you really look back at it, it's like that's the bullcrap you do at that
Like-
age.
But you got your steps in, so that's all
Yeah.
that matters.
But yeah, I just want to be.
God.
I want to be a
That was a
businessman.
journey.
That's basically what I want to do. I want to turn this into. Well, I want this to be my first like own business, and the fact that I'm doing it with people I trust.
You trust me?
Hey,
yo,
now I gotta
the way I said it, but
now I gotta rethink about that the way you said it. But anyway,
I mean,
they're doing it with people I trust, people who I respect. You know, people I sort of respect.
You see. I heard you say stuff like, you know,
Wait, so how'd you know I was talking about you? Do you feel like I don't respect you all the way? See, look at you jumping to conclusions.
No, I didn't mention it.
You say you got a
Yeah,
few
we have a we know
We can recommend.
we can recommend or mediators.
So
nah, we just gonna have a boxing episode, yo.
yeah,
Yo,
so
that's-
it's
30
basically
seconds.
that, and I want to turn like DVD into like small branches. You know, have like build up an empire.
Yeah.
But that's basically what I want to do.
Have like a
That's
DVD
dope.
for kids, DVD
Yeah.
for females.
Yeah, you know,
Kids.
DVD for everybody. Yeah. But that's one of the things. You know, I'll probably tell y'all about it some other time behind the scenes or something.
Music channel.
And
And better yet, show you.
so
Facts.
yeah, that's the episode. Thank you guys for coming on. You
Thanks
know.
for having us.
Thanks for having MillENNIHER.
Can we plug us real quick for your followers? You can
We're
follow.
gonna have it sprinkled right there for you.
Yeah, you know,
Oh,
our
okay.
brain
You
gonna
guys
have
got
it
the
done.
ticker.
Yeah.
Why can't we just put it
Cool.
down here?
Yeah,
I
our
hope
brain
it's
gonna-
down here too, because I'm gonna look like an idiot. you
Our
know?
brain gonna have it down here. We good, but
We have a website.
www.milleniher.com.
That one's gonna be up there.
Also Patreon,
/ the MillENNIHER
taking up a lot of space on the
Podcast.
screen.
Cash App. We have merch. We have more merch coming.
On our website and our Instagram.
That'll
So
be in the description.
hopefully all of that will be in the
There you go.
description. But thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
having us.
No
So
problem.
we gotta collab more.
But
Definitely.
anyway,
Oh,
Like
definitely.
we gotta come up with a topic
You
and
gotta-
collab.
Go through him and.
All right.
Cause I was wondering why I ain't get an invite to this podcast. That's a different story.
All right.
Go through
We don't
him.
got time for that story. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in, watching this episode. Big shout out to Najuma right here.
I don't know what I did.
Big shout out to Najuma right here. Taking Urbane's spot as the co-host. You know, he did a pretty good job today. Anyway, keep buying the merch. You see DVD, you know me. And we'll catch y'all next time.
Please add that to your website. The
Yeah.
windbreaker.
The windbreaker, yeah.
Yes.
Damn, you should have had your shirt under.